It's a fucking desert. Of course it's not gonna rain. Anyway, welcome to NPL Season 10 Race 11 where we have 10 people. Cyril, is that to take him out? I got a 20.8, so yeah. Wait, Tice, did you do 21-0? Damn. Rejoin. No, people are on track. Coming up on F. Oh my god, shut the fuck. Why do you want me to commentate so bad? I'm not your pawn. Alright, fine. I'm trying to talk to DJ Llama. It's hard to do two things at once. Welcome to NPL Season 10 Race 11 Qatar, where Philaxis loves when I commentate for him. Anyway. We're here at Qatar, and we're watching Serial, who's driving around. Hi, DJ. Alright, I'm inviting DJ Llama back to the session. There we go, invite him back. Ralmy Bones is online, but he refuses to race because he's a pussy. We have both Saubers, both Red Bulls, both V-Carbs, and both Williams. And then we have a McLaren and Alpine. We could have had two McLarens, but unfortunately natural selection exists. And I've been voted out since I'm the sussy imposter. And now we have graham crackers on our lap. I know, but I just wanted to see what people would say. Fabian on the medium tyre, doing a lap here. Of course, Philax is also on the mediums on the Red Bull. He's done a purple first sector, has Fabian, faster than the two V-Carbs and the Alpine in front, of course, the V-Carbs. About to do that. They're right next to each other, actually, and Yeetboy is giving a toe to a low mouse, but also giving him dirty air, potentially, as he heads through here. They're on the soft tyre. Fabian looks to be a contender for pole position today, maybe. But given the time trial laps, it looks like the lap time he could set is a little bit off the pace compared to some of these other guys. But he is on the medium tyre for now, so it's hard to say. Yeetboy John crosses line with a 23-1, 23-4 for your low mouse. Good strategy here from the V-Carbs, looking very good and put together. And around the final corner comes Fabian. Graham Crackers goes third with a 24.3 across the line, 22.7 on the medium tyre for Fabian. Good lap from him. Puts him onto provisional pole. Meanwhile, Ethan is on his out lap, heading through the middle sector. This is Tice's best chance. Wait, Tice, I beat that guy that was doing the setup for you. I beat his lap. That's crazy. Oh shit. Yellow flags. There's a bunch of cars very near to each other here in the final sector. We've got Yeetboy and Graham Crackers, and they've got Williams behind of Fabian. There's two cars in the pit lane at the moment. Ethan is on a lap now. Using too much of his battery in the first sector, I'd say. But it's early doors. He's got Serial going past. You have to just kind of send it and you brake really late. This track is all about braking late and sending purple first sector for Ethan. This is good. Bit of oversteer on the exit of the hairpin. Heading into the right-hander. Yeah, it's pretty difficult. So the right-hander over the curve. Car got a little bit squirrely there. Turning left. And in the middle sector, what can he manage to get? It's not purple. It's not quite as fast as Fabian, but he was quicker in the first sector, so he's still technically on the cards here to get in the top 3 for sure. We'll see where he weighs up against the TV cars. He set times pretty similar to one another. As Alexis goes 4th with a 1:23.7 on the medium tyre, so he's definitely on pace to get in the top 3 here in qualifying once he gets onto the softs. Across the line, 1:22.7, just 500ths off of Fabian, who was on the medium tyre. So close to the provisional pole time. Tice has gone off. I'm intrigued to see what kind of lap Tice gets here. Because I reckon you can get a 20.8 at least. You can probably get a 20.6. Dude, we've been through this. Oh, U-Boy goes fastest with a 1:22.5. So he continues his form here. Some people haven't got the money for that, bro. Oh. For real. Well, you either have loving parents or you have money. There's no other way of getting F1. I think you have to have like 50-37 wings. Yeah, that's what I've been using. Cyril goes 4th with a 23.3, 1/10 faster than a low mouse who did his bank cut off a minute ago. And Tice on his first lap has a Sauber in the way. I'm not sure who that is. Is that Cyril? Purple first sector for Tice. 30.4. Runs a little bit wide on the curb. Which Sauber was that was in the way there of Tice? Pretty decent laps apart from Tice. A little bit wide at the hairpin is the only mistake I visibly saw. But purple sectors so far, of course, the fastest lap from Fabian was on the medium tyre. He looks to be the other contender for pole position today. Very committed from Tice through these fast corners. It's flat out through all these turns. Nice job. Very committed. And across the line, so 21.8. It's funny the comparison between Tice and everyone else. Like saying the Tice saying that's a shit lap and everyone else saying that's a good lap. I know you can. What's funny, Tice, is I know you can, and this is why I wanted to race, because I wanted to give Tice competition. It'll be really fun to race Tice again. It's been a while. Tice, start 10th, and then just overtake everyone by turn 1. That's your challenge. No, not the sprint. That's boring. Do it in the race. Yeah, just let someone door you off the track in turn 1. Fuck. Dan is currently 3rd with a 22.6, so 8 tenths off the fastest time by Tice. Fabian on his outlap on the soft tyres. Wait, Tice is going to do another lap. There's no way you're going to do another lap in time now. Oh, Dan just killed himself. Lovely. I shouldn't say that, I'm going to get demonetized. Is this stream working, by the way? Because I did turn it on. I feel like it's not on. Please tell me the stream... Oh, thank God. I'm going to check as well, just because I don't trust Dan. Cool. Tice, though, in first place. Fabian with the purple first sector has beaten Tice's first sector, and because Tice got to do another lap, that means Fabian might actually get pole position here at the end. Once again, as he did in Austria, he could get the pole position here in the sprint race. Through the middle sector. Season 7, Qatar. That was the funniest race ever, dude. That race was fucking awesome. I remember going 5 wide on the straight. Fabian is 8/10 faster than his previous lap. He's gonna smoke Tice's lap. Yeah, he's 8/10 up Tice in the middle sector. Oh, wait, can he get it? Yes, he does! By a 10th! He gets pole position from Tice. Fabian gets pole for the sprint race. Will anyone beat it? Here comes Z-Boy. He's on a lap now. What's he going to do in the first sector? He doesn't go faster, but he has 3/10 up on his best time. So, in theory, Yeet-Boy is actually on the cards to get pole position. Damn. I hope Yeet-Boy's here to listen. No, he's not down. He's 49 points off first. No one's a title contender anymore. Be realistic. Anyway. Yeet-Boy. Purple middle sector. Purple middle sector from Yeet-Boy. Can he get pole position? He's got more battery than Fabian did at this stage of the lap. This could well be pole position for Yeet-Boy. He just needs to use the battery at the right time. Get a nice exit off the final corner. It looked pretty good. Nice exit. What can he get across the line? It's going to be... No, it's not close enough. And it's a 22, and that means that Fabian gets pole position for the sprint race. It's third place for Yeet-Boy, and he is the final person to complete a lap. But Fabian it is on pole position for the sprint. Great lap there from Fabian. Fast enough to beat Tice. So it will be Fabian on pole position with Tice second, Yeet-Boy third, Dan in fourth. We have fifth for Ethan, sixth for Serial Pioneer. We have seventh for Alexis, eighth for Alone Mouse, ninth for Grand Crackers, and 10th for DJ Llama, who keeps lagging out and still has yet to join the session. Do it, Tice, do a two-stop. Guys, the stream is up, by the way. If you want to watch the stream of what I've got, you can. I've been inviting... Yeah, me neither. Formation lap. Do it, Tice. Do it. Do what you did in Spa and do 360s and ruin your race again. You should just brake check the Eat Boy. Dan, you fucking idiot. Damn it, Dan. Sorry doesn't make it better, Dan! In the words of Griff. Down the inside goes Tice on Fabian in the formation. Like, what a move! Incredible racing here at Qatar. Off the track limits for Tice, 10-year race ban. Let's go. Tice come back on F135 for his 50th career win. Tice, this could be your 50th win here today. A special landmark for Tice. No. I need to count the sprint race wins. I need to count how many sprint race wins people have. Wait, you're not going to do the race? Oh shit, okay. Oh, so Tice isn't even going to be in the race then. Wait, what are we going to do for that? Are we going to have to go back to the lobby or what? Oh, DJ just joined and then got kicked out again. Okay, well the sprint race is very much on the cards for Tice today. We'll see what he can do. Somehow 5 fucking people got disqualified from the formation lap. First and last place on the grid for Williams. Let's see how this goes. Here we go. The 5 red lights coming on in front of the drivers. Somehow DRS has been disabled. DJ Llama has joined back. He'll get kicked out again probably. It's lights out and away we go down. It's a horrendous start. Yeah, Copenhagen. Anyway, Tice in second place. Right behind Fabian. Can he go for the move down to turn 1? No, he doesn't. But Fabian's on the outside. Side by side for the lead into the first corner. It's Fabian though that still leads with Tice on the outside. Can he get back past? We're looking at Tice's on, but he goes to the inside with the switchback. Side by side off the corner. Here comes Z-Boy in third place. Can he get in the fight? Yellow Flax is out. Flax has spun around in the Red Bull. Meanwhile, his teammate takes the lead, and now it's Red Bull who's first and last, and not Williams. Off the corner they come. Well, is Fabian going to send a move into the hairpin? No, he doesn't. Hopefully he can stay in touching distance of the Red Bull. Although Mouse and Graham Crackers make contact, Dan goes wide off the track, and Dan has a penalty for jumping the start apparently, because his game is broken. Fabian goes down the inside of Tice in the flat out section. What a move by Fabian, and fastest middle sector for Yeet Boy, who looks very committed here today. He looks like he has the potential to win the sprint race. Oh, Felix's race goes from bad to worse as he gets damaged from the AI car of DJ Llama. Down the inside goes Tice at the final corner. He goes past Fabian. Fabian goes off the track. That was a dodgy dive one from Tice, but it's fine. Yeet Boy goes past, and now he's going to battle with Tice for the race lead. Across the line he goes. Tice gets the fastest lap. Let's get some telemetry up. Into turn 1. Tice defending. 3 cars in this fight. 5 cars in this fight. Cyril's in the lead fight too. So is Ethan. We have 5 cars together under a blanket here. Right on the outside goes Z-Boy. Side by side with Fabian now. Can he make that move stick? Tice off the corner. Looking pretty relaxed here. He's not using any battery. Here comes Fabian now on the outside of the track. Look at this battle here for the lead between 5 cars. Right on the outside goes Fabian. Can he get a switchback? He tries it. There goes Z-Boy down the inside. Contact. He spins around. He saves the car. And now both the Saubers are going past. Now down to 5th place goes E-Boy. Ethan goes 3 tests up in the middle. So he almost spins off the corner. And now it's Fabian battling for the lead with Tice. Both on full battery. The cars behind need to be careful. Cyril's into 3rd place for Sauber. This is a great race here at the front. Anybody's game at the front of the field. Fabian though, near to Tice. Fabian of course a race winner this season, a 6-time winner in the league, the 3rd most successful driver in NPL, with 6 wins and 6 pole positions to his name. Purple middle sector here for Cyril. Down the inside goes Fabian in the middle of the flat section. Incredible, this might be contact, there is contact, but a little bit there between Cyril and Fabian, though the front wing hit the rear wing there of Fabian as they went through the 3rd to last corner. Ethan with a big run on his teammate. He's using too much battery though in this fight for the lead. He goes around the Sauber's teammate, a little bit of contact between the 2 Saubers. Is this the game plan they were speaking of? And down the main straight, here comes Fabian now with a massive run on Tice. He's using some battery, down the inside he goes. There's a battle behind for third place too, as the two Sabers are battling with E-Boy. There goes E-Boy down the inside. Can he get past Ethan now? Fabian takes the lead back once again from Tice. So it's Fabian that leads from Tice in second. Cyril's now third. Ethan is now in fourth. E-Boy in fifth. DJ Lama once again getting kicked from the session, and Dan with the penalties now in the last position. E-Boy in this lead fight. And now it's Tice and Fabian side by side. Contact. Off the track goes Fabian. Down the inside goes Tice. They're side by side. Two people who've battled many times. Of course, they battled most notoriously in Season 4, where they battled many times in the race for a championship. Of course, Tice coming out victorious in that. And Tice. I'm going to interrupt you because you can't put a sentence together. Tice, after struggling to speak English, has actually given the place back to Fabian. DJ Lama joins back again. I see. So, Tice went too late on the brakes. Down the inside goes Tice! Why would you do that? Oh, he hits him. Oh no. And there's Cyril now in the fight for the position. It's a 5-car fight for the lead still. Here comes Tice. Off the corner he goes. E-Boy goes off the track trying to stay in this fight. And Tice takes the lead back. Here comes Cyril. Has he got a run on the race leaders? It looks like he has, as Fabian is a sitting duck on the straight without DRS. Down the inside he goes. E-Boy on the inside of Ethan now. Cyril takes second place away from Williams in the race. The Williams driver in the race of Fabian. And now the Rebel of Tice in the lead. Second place is Cyril. Fabian goes for the move on the inside. Cyril goes wide, gets blocked by Tice. And Fabian now is trying to get back past. Down the inside goes E-Boy and Ethan once again. And now Tice having to defend from Fabian. Cyril though in the middle of this fight. Look at this fight here from this overview shot here. There goes Ethan down the inside once again. On Ethan. Oh, contact. Fabian almost spun around there. And they're going to be battling hard between these top 5 cars. And now Lomas is in the fight. He's in 6th place and he's closed in massively. Graham Crackers is closing in too, but he's a bit too far back for now. But it's Cyril who leads. Oh, sorry, Cyril in 2nd place. With Tice in the lead at the moment. Cyril goes down the inside. And he takes the lead of the race. Cyril leads for the first time in his career on the track without pit stops being involved. And now Fabian is being overtaken by E-Boy down the inside into this corner. That's very dangerous. And he goes for it again. It's side by side for first, side by side for second. Here comes Ethan as well. There's 4 cars, 5 cars in the fight for the lead. Here comes a low mouse as well. There's contact there. I think there's damage on the left side of E-Boy's car. 3 wide for the lead on the final corner. Fabian goes around the outside. 4 wide down the inside goes E-Boy. Contact. Here comes a low mouse down the inside. A low mouse is in the fight for the lead. And now it's a 6-car fight for the lead. What is going on as Fabian goes off the track? Goes low mouse. What the fuck? A low mouse goes down the inside. Insane racing here at Qatar. This is the greatest race I've ever seen. And once again off the track, a low mouse is now 4th. He was 2nd for a moment. My voice is going away from this shit. E-Boy is a penalty. That's not good. Tice is in the lead of the race with Cyril just behind in 2nd. Fabian in 3rd. Fuck. Fabian is in 3rd place. Alomas in 4th. Contact between the back of Fabian and the front of Alomas. Alomas goes off and there goes Ethan. I can tell. Contact and he hits the back of Cyril. Down the inside goes Fabian. That's crazy. Oh, Tice goes wide. Here comes Fabian once again. Fabian versus Cyril for the race lead in the sprint race. Down the inside, Ethan on the outside of Tice. Down the inside goes Fabian. He gets the move to stick. Great move from him. And now it's Ethan going off the track. Oh, he got disconnected. Ethan's been disconnected. I'll invite him back straight away. Where is he? There he is. I've invited Ethan back. Silent God's online. Hold on a minute. Is he... Yellow flags. Dan has crashed. Oh, he almost crashed again. And Cyril now is right behind Tice and they are going to go after Fabian in the race lead. Looks like it's going to be a pretty easy move here for Tice into turn 1 unless Fabian defends. He doesn't. Down the inside goes Tice. He does go on the inside. He's got damage, remember, and this could be an issue for Tice's race. Doesn't seem to be making much of an issue for him. Cyril in 3rd place with Alomas just behind. Alomas with the fortune coming back in his favour after a miserable last couple of races in terms of his luck. Is now back in this lead fight and is very much on the cards to win this sprint race here today. Yellow flags out again as Dan goes off. Dan having a miserable race because he can't drive. I'm joking. Anyway. What? Right, I invited you again. Dan, can you invite Ethan back? Ethan, who was in the fight for the lead, has been disconnected and now he's not in a... I don't know, I think it's because of me, Ethan. I think it's my game's weird when it comes to invites. Anyway, lead fight, Tice versus Fabian. Cyril just behind, he's in the DRS range, and so too is Olemos. Ethan's joined, but he's now 5 seconds behind E-Boy in 5th place. That's such a shame for Ethan. DJ Llama has been disconnected. Tice, will he send a move? He does! No, he doesn't. He wasn't close enough, too fast to make a move there. Cyril is still within the fight for the lead. I think Cyril could genuinely win the race. He's in the hot seat too, though we've seen this in the past at Qatar where lead cars, it can be deceiving who's leading. Of course, Dan was in the lead fight in Season 8 at Qatar, but never actually had a chance to win the race given the pace he had was just not quite there. So, I'm just spitting facts, done. Purple first sector for Cyril. DJ Llama is back in the session. Dan has 16 seconds of penalty. Purple first sector for Cyril is crazy work. Cyril is cooking right now. Still in the lead fight. Alomas actually might lose touch with the leaders here unless he uses battery to try and catch back up because he wants that DRS. Hi DJ Llama, good to see you back in the session. Same that you keep disconnecting. Tice though is in the fight for the lead with Fabian. With the front wing damage he has, it should be pretty close. Let's watch the offboard as Fabian. Let's see how Tice comes off this corner. Look pretty similar between the top two, but Fabian looks to be in the hot seat to win this race here today. So far, Cyril gets the fastest lap of the race in 3rd place. You love to see it. As now Tice goes down the inside of Fabian to turn 1. Oh, he hits him! Contact between Fabian and Cyril gets hit as well. He almost went off the track there, and that was Tice's fault because he dived on way too hard into the corner. Tice with the front wing damage could not gauge how much the front wing damage will make a difference to his car there, I think. And down the side he goes again. He pushes Fabian off, almost spins himself and Fabian around, and now it's Lomas and Cyril are side by side for 3rd place. Cyril, who's very much in contention to win, he's got damage on the front wing. Was that from the contact at turn 1? Could that mean Tice gets a penalty for that? We'll see. It might be under investigation. It depends whether anyone wants to investigate that. If not, then there's no reason to. Max is catching up to Graham Crackers, and Ethan is now in the race again, using overtake. Hopefully he can get back into this fight. Tice right in the middle sector is right behind Fabian, who has more battery. Oh, Tice thought about moving into that corner, did not do it. Cyril versus Lomas for 3rd is very interesting right now, but it is Tice versus Fabian for the race win here in the sprint race. Oh my goodness, almost spinning out the final corner goes Tice, side by side the final corner. Cyril now battling with Lomas into turn 1. Lomas has the DRS and he goes streaming past. Meanwhile, Tice does the same on Fabian. Into turn 1 he goes, down the inside. Does he make it? Yes, he does. DJ Llama once again disconnected from the session as his teammate gets overtaken. And Tice with the front wing damage is still leading the race. And Tice having to defend from the Williams charge here. The top two making a breakaway from the rest of the field. Now I would not be surprised if this happens in the actual race, given the pace of Fabian. Fabian doesn't go for the dive bomb. That's interesting. Oh, and Fabian goes. Oh, sorry, Tice goes off the track there. Almost. He seems to lock the inside front. Now I couldn't tell. I was looking from Fabian's perspective. Fabian with a switchback, maybe? No, the traction control not doing him any help there. Around the outside goes Fabian. What a move! But he just needs to be careful because he doesn't seem to understand what DRS tactics are because he keeps being in front of Tice in the DRS detection zone, leaving him vulnerable into turn 1. And Tice with the damage is now fighting for the lead aggressively here with Fabian. Fabian now in the lead fight, looking to get past Tice. They both slow down, and this could give a Lomas encouragement to get in this lead fight. And this is bad for Fabian, who's now lost a lot of time here on Tice. He needs to use overtake on the straight. This is just one chance to win the race. Dan goes off again. It's Fabian versus Tice for the race win on the final lap of the sprint race. Meanwhile, it's Serial going past the low mouse for third. Nice move from him. But it's Fabian versus Tice that we're going to watch here. Fabian needs to remember that Tice has front wing damage on the front, I think, right of his car? Yes. Which is bad, because that's probably the most important part of the front wing at this track. Oh, sorry, no, it wouldn't be, would it? It could be the left side. Anyway. Fabian, though, is still in with a chance. He has still got similar battery figures to him. Purple first sector for Fabian. Alone Mouse goes back past Cyril down the inside, goes Cyril, there what happened. And he goes down, he makes the move. There's contact between the two of them. The VCOM just made a little bit of contact there with Cyril. Will he make a dive bomb? He thought about it, contact, he just tapped the rear of the car. Ethan at this rate will actually finish ahead of E-Boy, who has substantial damage on his VCOM. Rear wing damage? Dan is about to get lapped in a sprint race, which is very impressive. As Fabian now coming up behind Tice. Come on Tice, lap him! Yes, and Dan gets lapped in a sprint race, a new record in NPL. Anyway, Tice. Out the final corner, here comes Fabian, can he make it on the straight? It's going to be a photo finish. But no, it's going to be Tice. He doesn't get the fastest lap, but Tice wins the sprint race from Fabian in second. Cyril gets a miraculous third place. What a performance from him. Alomas in fourth. E-Boy gets fifth place, but he gets a penalty, giving Ethan fifth. Where's Graham Cracker's going to finish? I think he's 12 seconds behind, but he will, by the looks of things, as he rounds the final corner. Finish in seventh. Dan somehow doesn't get disqualified after all the penalties he got. Falaxis finishes eighth. DJ Llama's AI car. DJ Llama's AI car still beats Dan by 52 seconds. And Dan is going to finish last in the real race too. Here comes DJ Llama rounding the final corner to complete his race. He did manage to finish it, thankfully. And he crashes before he gets to the line. No, he didn't make it to the line! Which means that Dan may actually... Oh no, he wouldn't, would he? Because he was a lap ahead. Never mind, Dan will not finish behind him. And Fabi gets driver of the day as he deserves. Good stuff. Two points for Graham Crackers. No. I already screenshot it, it's fine. I have the stream it, it's working. Alright, so... Is Tice leaving now? Okay, goodbye Tice. Good to see you. So here we go, now the session is on. This is the battle for the race win between 9... Can Dan get pole position here? Will it be Fabian? Will it be Ye-Boy? Could it be Cyril? Ethan? It could be Alone Mouse. It could be DJ Llama. It could be Graham Crackers. It could be Falaxis. It could be anyone. DJ Llama gets a 3 million year race ban for an unsafe release on Falaxis. Unbelievable. Unacceptable, isn't it? I hate when people do this. If it were up to Griff, he'd be gone from this league. Ethan is... He cut the inside! Penalty! Fuck Ethan! How dare he cut the inside curb! Oh, he did it again! But this is blasphemy! Shut up, Dan. You're a bitch. No, Dan has to comment and I have to race now. What a shame. Yeah, well, look what you've done, Dan. No one would want that to happen. Yeah, Dan. You might get banned. There are no accidents, Dan. Just happy mistakes. Actually, I referenced Bob Ross, but I switched it up. Meanwhile, as ever, the V-Carb of a load mouse is the first car to do a lap. I'm not sure if DJ Llama disconnected again, but I'm going to invite him back just in case. Here we go. 9 drivers will battle for pole on the win here at Qatar. It could be anyone's race, and we know for a fact that we're not going to have a successive winner for the first time. Ah! Anyway, here comes Hello Mouse. Vocal stem. Let's go, Hello Mouse. I can make any sound I want. Not the mound! Ah! Anyway, Hello Mouse. Continues his lap. I haven't got any data. No wonder I can't see what's going on. Anyway, both the Saubers are on their game plan of driving on the medium tyre and qualifying. Purple first center for Hello Mouse. Ah! Good job from him. Off the curb he comes. In hot lap mode, he should use all of his battery in the final sector because that would be a good idea. Wink wink. As he comes through the middle sector now. Let's see how he switch. Oh, he just missed the apex on the inside, unfortunately. So far though, clean lap from Hello Mouse. Or Rolly, whatever his name is. Anyway. Purple middle sector. No, he doesn't. Who's that in front? Is that Ethan? It is. Ethan will be the first to set a lap. Oh no, he's not. Oh, and Ye-Boy does... Oh, no, Ye-Boy was the first one on the track. Ye-Boy gets to 23.4, which is pretty much a 3/10 slower than his lap he did as a bank lapping sprint quali. Let's see where his teammate weighs up. Around the final corner. I think he could go a little bit faster. And he does. By 0.04 of a second. Fastest for a low mouse. Falaxis goes third with a 24.5. That was not as good as his banker lap from Qatar sprint qualifying. And Fabian gets a 21.9. Good lap from him. Fabian looks to be the favourite for pole position today. Unless someone has an answer for him. Dan is a 22.9, a second off the pace, but still closer than anyone else has managed to get to Fabian's lap. I told you guys not to write him off. Ethan goes purple by a whole second. Ethan does a purple first sector on the medium tyre. Ethan is actually cut. He's a second up on his previous lap. Anyway, Ethan could actually go faster here. Look, on the medium tyre, by the way. So Ethan is actually in contention for pole position here, if you can play his cards right. It's all about battery usage. He needs to deploy more battery if he wants to really get up there for the battle for pole. There's a car on the way. Oh, the V-Carb impeded him! That was a very blatant impeding there from the V-Carb. Who was that? It was E-Boy John. He needs a penalty for that, because that was stupid. E-Boy will get a penalty for that incident. Guaranteed. 5 seconds in the race. Because he just drove right in front of Ethan on a good lap. Which was very sad. And Falaxis now coming out the final corner. Is he about to start another lap? Or is he coming into the pit lane? It looks like he will. Yes, he does. And unfortunately for Ethan, that wasn't going to be that good of a lap anyway because he's on the medium tyre. I know, it's sad. Fabian is now still fastest because E-Boy ruined everything once again. And he deserves a race ban. I think 17 will cut it. Yeah. I think 17 will just about cut it. Hold on a minute! Ethan has front wing damage. Okay. I'm inviting DJ Llama back once again. Apparently Dan has invited me to play even though I already joined the session. Thanks for that, Dan. Or as should I say, Nicole? You're called Nicole on PlayStation. Through the first sector, Dan refuses to use ERS, which is probably going to make us up really shit. Oh, Felix has joined me to a session. I wonder what session it is. I should join and find out. Have I missed something? I saw the session. Okay, maybe not. Dan is the only car on track trying to do a lap besides Fabian, who is 200ths faster than his previous best lap. Dan being very, what's the word? Reserved in his throttle application coming out of that corner. What do you mean? Wait, why wouldn't you try? You could... Do you not understand how qualifying works, Dan? You think it's the end of the session? You could at least put the lap on the board, but it wouldn't harm you. There's 10 minutes left. Oh, you just ruined your lap. It's Qatar. There's no saving these tyres. They're gone now. You've done 2 laps on them. Is Fabian on the lap? Why is he... He's not. Let's see if Alex can break the curse and improve on old soft tyres from his 124.5. I reckon he can. I reckon he can comfortably beat that up. Hello, Mouse. Heading through the final sector in the V-carb. I don't care when NASCAR is. When's F1? 10? Or 9 for me. An hour. Fair enough. 10 minutes to go in the session. Hello, Mouse rounds the final corner to start his lap. Felixis has also started a lap here as he heads towards Timon. There is a car on the inside. And it is Ethan on his out lap, looking to get in the contention for pole on the soft tyre. He was purple first sector on the medium, so it's very plausible, I think, that Ethan could genuinely get pole position here today in the Sauber. I think he's the only other person who is going to contend for pole, in my opinion. Of course, I could be proven wrong. Huh? What? Who said that? Okay, try and get a 121.9. Good luck with that. Oh, right, I say that. Purple first sector for a lone mouse. Let's see what he can do. A lone mouse. He is on the lap. He's improving, but I think he just made a mistake. One thing I've noticed that everyone does in this league is they try too hard to be stable. They don't actually like push. Hello? Yep. I have absolutely no idea. I was trying to talk shit and then it kicked me out of the Discord call. Maybe this is the karma I deserve. Anyway, this is the world that Griff was looking for. Immediate punishment at this first sign of trouble. DJ Llama out the final corner, goes third fastest, yay! 123.1. He finally has enough Wi-Fi to do a lap, and he does a little wiggle to celebrate. That's so cute. That was a hard lap. That was unfortunately a bar. I'm just gonna say that. Into turn 1 goes Cyril for his next fine lap. Can he get pole position here today for Sauber, or will he prove my point that not everyone can contend for pole position in a qualifying session? Down inside, Fabian goes to get out of his way. Looks a decent lap so far. It's 1.5 tenths up for Cyril in the first sector, so pretty good so far. A lone mouse in 4th place. Dan. See, why didn't you want Dan to commentary? I told you guys he was good. Wait, what happened? Oh, and Ethan goes second with a 22.5, 6 tenths off the pace because he doesn't know how to use ERS. Ethan, let me tell you how to do it at this track, right? You need to deploy battery on the main straight and coming out of turn 3. And then you don't use any battery until the final sector. It's that simple. I mean, like, use hot lap obviously, but like... Just, you gotta be on at least 70% by the final sector. You want all of your battery to be deployed in the final sector because you will gain a lot of time. On the exits of corners, not going into the corners, because that makes no sense. Yes, get pole. Do it for the vine. No one's gonna use softs in the race, even with a late safety car. Also, may I just say to everyone, why do you all underestimate Fabian? He's a good driver. No, you didn't, but some people just think, oh, I can get pole. Fabian is a GOAT, okay? He's a 6-time race winner. Don't you dare talk shit about my boy. He's the youngest winner ever in NPL. Look what I've started. Everyone's talking over each other and shit. It's great. Anyway. Alexis is last, unfortunately, behind. But he did set a better lap in qualifying for the sprint, which was half a second faster than this. So I know he can do better. It's okay. There's a long way to go in the session. And we'll see how he can go. I reckon you could do another lap. I don't know what Dan's doing, but I think there is no track evolution in this game, so you could go out now, and it would make no difference. The right-hander. See that small straight between the right-hander and the right-hander? That one. Use battery down there, and you'll gain a lot of time. 22.8 for DJ Llama, goes third fastest, 1/10 faster than Dan. Good lap from him, with 4.5 minutes left to go on the clock. Ethan, though, I must say, ERS management is really difficult this track, and I don't know what I'm talking about because I didn't use any battery. I literally just used hot lap and just made up my time in the corners because I was doing the time trial. About 70%. I'll leave about 30% in the tank just in case, just to defend on the straights. Yeah. Yes. Oh no, I think he just did a lap. Oh no, I think he's doing another lap. Yeah, he is doing another lap. Oh, they must just improved on his lap and he's gonna do another lap back to back. What a fucking unit this guy is. Yeah, Ethan, by the way, I'm convinced if you save all your battery on the final sector, like literally just use hot lap in the first 2 sectors and then use all your battery in the last sector, you'll go fastest. Because people use too much battery in the first sector where it doesn't make as much of a difference as you think. The final sector is really fast. Having battery there will literally save your whole lap. Also, I can't believe I got a 1 minute 20.8 on my like 5th attempt on time trial. That is very fast. On a realistic performance car, by the way. I also then got that 120.8 in a actual. Wait, what time will the race be? Is that what you're saying, Nish? The race will. No, I mean I think. Wait, F1 or wait, do you mean F1 or NPL, Nish? Also, Dan went second with a 22.3. I asked. The NPL race will be 3 minutes from now. I'm gonna say in the chat just in case, because we'll do it. 3 minutes now, Nish. 3 minutes from now, the NPL race will begin, and we will see the duel between Fabian, Dan, Ethan, DJ Llama, Serial, Hello Mouse, Yeeboy, Crown Crackers, Relaxers, and Tice's AI car. Let's do this, motherfucker. Yes, I'm typing as if you can't hear me, because I don't trust your ears, Nishchef. Nish18 as you're called on YouTube. I'm gonna fucking dox your house. Because he's 18. Also, his birthday's on that. Actually, it's not, is it? Anyway, it is the 18th, isn't it? Am I stupid? I don't know when his birthday is, I can't lie. Not like off by heart. I fucking knew it! I knew it was the 18th of December. I fucking said 18th. I was right, wasn't I, Nish? Don't say I wasn't, just to be, you know, cool. Ethan, through the first sector. Williams goes out of the way. He looks committed. He's down in his first sector, but that's fine, because saving battery for the final sector is quicker, actually, at this lap. So it's worth the sacrifice. As long as he makes no big mistakes, he should be in touching distance of the leaders. Touches the inside curb. Gets some good traction on the exit. You can cut the inside pretty far there. Oh, he just missed the apex though. That wasn't as good. But he can deploy all the battery in these final 3 corners, and he will get a really good lap here. He's 3/10 down. Now we'll see if this will make a difference, because all the time he could have gained with the battery will now be eligible to use. Oh, and he almost went out. And that's cut. And Ethan's chances of pole position have slipped out of his grasp. Fabian's on his out lap and he's coming through the final corner. He looks really committed in that Williams as he heads through the final corner. Let's watch this lap, because this could well be the pole lap here by Fabian. Dan is on a lap, he's 100th down, but he is going to test the theory. Let's see what he can do in the past. Remember, Dan, it's best not to use it until just after the corner you're coming up to now, because then you can get a slingshot there, and then on the final straight you can use the rest of the battery, is what I do, as I would do at least. Let's see how this goes. Save about 40%. You can use it up to down to 40%. Purple middle sector for Dan. Your boy goes second with a 22.0. So close to pole position. 1.4 seconds faster than his previous lap, but still a 10th off of Fabian. And he's faster still. What a first sector. 2.5 tenths purple for Fabian. This is looking perfect for him. Fabian looks... Oh, he looks really committed here. He's sending these corners like Max Verstappen Jeddah 2021. Yeah, because there's a limited amount of battery to use. It's really difficult to gauge. It's just all about the corners at this track. I don't think the battery makes much of a difference. And Fabian now, through the final sector. What's his middle sector looking like? 3.5 tenths up for Fabian. This could be a 21.6 as it stands. I reckon he'll get a 21.4. That's my prediction. As he uses all the battery here. Full commitment from Fabian. And Ethan... His session is done. What can DJ Llama manage to muster up here in the final sector? Will he use his battery as he comes through? The final 2 corners are the best place to use the battery. And he does. 1:21.928. He lost so much time in the final sector. It's not over. DJ Llama could be in potentially take pole position. Let's see if he can. Not quite. It's 22.3. He goes third fastest. 3 thousandths faster than Dan. And Dan loses out on 3rd place. Cyril's in the pit lane and has been blocked by... He's blocking his teammate from pitting. E-Boy goes second and stays there. Alomas is finished, and that means the session is over. It's Fabian who gets pole position here for the first time in his career since, I believe, Season 5, Race 5 at Australia, when he got pole position there. No, you didn't. Dan, if you won Season 5 Australia, I won Season 4 Singapore. Let's just say that. Yeah, that is... Oh my god, Dan had a big crash in the gravel there as he went off, and that means the session is over. Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Why did I say it like that? Just to suffer. And Cyril doesn't get pole position. Yeah, to be fair, Yipo was only 89 thousandths of a second off pole position. So fair enough from him. Very close. Yep, Williams? No, DJ Llama's going to be the George Russell, and Fabian's going to be the Lewis Hamilton. He's going to get spun out, and they're both going to crash, and E-Boy's going to win, and Dan's going to get second, and Felix is going to get third ahead of Ethan. That's my prediction. Because you're not good enough, Dan. Felixis is going to go on his title charge here in the end of the season. Yes. A 2-stop is eligible at this track because of the high tire wear, but you have to use soft medium or something like that. Or soft medium soft. 1-stop medium hard is the strat, I think, or hard medium, either way. I think medium hard just so you have the opportunity to have different strategies in the middle of the race, because hards first is always a disadvantage in my opinion, unless it's a clean track. Yeah, real. Here we go. And Dan. And Dan continues to be slow in NPL. In other news, water's wet. Where did Lomas qualify? Well, he is 8th then. Look. Dan, I have some news for you. Oh, Fabian spun! And you boy will take the lead and win the race. I'm joking. Do you know what country you're in? Actually, you're in Bahrain. The world's been lying to you. No. You know what? And Dan, you don't need a race line on a formation. I remember when I was in FPRL and I was battling for second place. I tried a cheeky double dive bomb on the outside, drove straight, went down to 13th, went back up to 6th on pure pace, then finished 11th by 900ths of a second. That was the most painful race I've ever had. And Fabian gets a nice clean. Oh, Yeet Boy got disqualified from the formation lap. Alexis with a pretty clean, good box. And Serial now comes into position. Lomas has been disqualified. Serial's been disqualified. Tyson's AI car is on the grid, and that means he will get at least some points today. That is at worst because there could be retirements. Day the Goat joined. Bit late. Anyway, 5 red lights run the drivers, and it is lights out and away we go here at Qatar. And finally, Dan gets to see the actual race start and gets a decent start. Oh, actually, has a terrible start. And now DJ Lama goes into second immediately on New-Boy, and he has contention. He is going to be a contender to win. Dan goes down the inside of Alexis, and it is actually Ethan goes up to third. What a start from Ethan! Terrible start for DJ Lama now as he goes back swamped through the field. New-Boy is now in the fight for the lead with Fabian, and New-Boy off the corner is going to be fast. What tires are they on? Let's have a look. Everyone on the medium tyre, that makes sense. I do the same as DJ Lama now in the fight in the midfield. Big battles behind Everton Serial. We have Groundcrackers. Big crash in the back. Groundcrackers slams into Serial Pioneer. That was Groundcrackers' fault. I think that's a self-serving incident, I think. Unfortunately for him, but it's a long race. Anything could happen. Ethan is in this lead fight. He's all over the back of Yeet Boy here for second place. And they're all very close to Fabian in first. Wait, what happened? And Fabian continues to save battery for no reason, and that is slowing up this field. And DJ Lama's in this lead fight now, as he would have liked to be at the start of this race. Here we go, down the main straight. This could be a huge fight, but look at this 5-car train, 7-car train, all in the DRS range of each other. Of course, DRS is not enabled yet, but here we go down the straight. Will E-Boy go for a move here on Fabian? Down the inside he goes. Yes, he does. Here comes Ethan. E-Boy goes for it down the inside of Fabian. A little bit of touching between them. Let's have a look on Ethan's onboard so we get a good angle of this. DJ Lama on the outside of the track. Ethan being careful not to make contact. Down on the inside, DJ Lama almost touched him there. On the inside, there's E-Boy. Side by side with Fabian, who's using the overtake button on the outside. I think he's going to go around the outside. Yes, he does. And the fight for the lead continues now. But the whole field are very close together in this very interesting fight here at Qatar. Fabian has good pace here in that Williams car. Ethan now looking pretty quick. DJ Lama does too. Dan looking pretty racy. Alexis is in this fight. He's got a Lomas for company. Serial's dropped off the leaders a little bit, and so too has Tyson's AI car, as Groundcrackers pits for a new front wing after getting damaged on the first lap at turn 6. Or 5, sorry. So there was 6. Damn it, I was right before. Anyway, here comes Yeet Boy. It's about getting all the power. You have to sort of... the best way to get throttle inputs on controller is to... like press onto half throttle immediately when you stop braking, and then just like slowly go up in fourth gear to full throttle. Yeah, you're right, but you have to straighten the car out. Yeah, you can't at this track, especially that is the hardest corner on the track by far. Wait, hold on a minute. Ethan could go for the lead here if he wanted, or go for second at least. He does on the inside of Fabian. This is what your boy needed, looking for his third career win this season, and in his career overall. Down the inside there goes Fabian. The great camera angles here as we watch this fight for second, and Fabian pushes Ethan off the track. I think that was just hard racing there. Ethan was on the outside and was quite far back. Here comes DJ Lama down the inside. Doesn't go for the move. Dan has the potential now to go for fourth place. And here we go. Ethan in third place, staying in touch with Fabian, who is looking racy here with Deep Boy in first place. Exceeding track limits a little bit off the corner. Purple first sector for Deep Boy, trying to run away from the field. Pretty similar ERS figures from the top cars. DJ Lama is using a little bit too much battery compared to the leading cars. And Alomouse gets past Falaxis, who goes off the track. Side by side between these two. And rejoin the track. He's going to cut the inside as a low mouse. To the outside he goes, side by side into this corner. Oh, contact, big contact. As Falaxis breaks late and a low mouse gets trapped on the front wing there. And Falaxis with some sportsmanship lets him past. That's what I mean, that's why I said sportsmanship, because you let him pass on purpose. Okay, it's okay, I think there's just a language problem. Yes. And New Boy crosses the line. And Dan is still in touch distance with the leaders. This is good to see. We have 5 cars in the lead fight. And Elon Mouse now battling with Falaxis for 6th place. The Red Bull driver. DJ Lama though is starting to lose touch with the leaders, and Dan wants to use this opportunity to go down the inside of him now. He does. Goes for the move, comes off the corner, side by side. It's good racing here in the midfield between these two. But this is losing them to valuable time to the leaders. Dan, you did the same to him, that's fine. 3-car lead fight there between Ethan, Eat Boy, and Fabian for the race lead. This is very interesting. Ethan could get his first career victory since Season 8 Qatar, where he got his 3rd career win. DJ Lama, I think, saving battery? No, he's not. He's just going slowly. And that means Dan should use the battery on the straight because he doesn't have much to defend with. Oh, that's gross. Oh, Serial is now in this fight with these two in front because of the low mouse and Falaxis, because of the train that's been developing behind the low mouse, as they all battle as a really close battle. Dan going past DJ Lama, Yeeboy defending from Fabian, and Ethan behind. It's very close in the top 3 here. Still anyone's game to win the race. Based on the sprint race, it looks like Fabian has the fastest pace of anyone here, but it's pretty close actually. Seen the top 3 so far. It's all about precise inputs at this track and carrying as much minimum speed as you can. Looks like the top 3 having no issue with that so far, as DJ Lama now exceeding the fuck out of track limits trying to catch up to Dan. And the low mouse now battling with Falaxis for 6th place. Oh no, he hits the back of him. That was entirely low mouse's fault. And he lets him back past, fair enough. Good sportsmanship here between a low mouse and Falaxis, letting each other pass when they know they're on the wrong. It's good to see. And Ground Crackers in last place at the moment, catching up to Tyson's AI car, looking to get some more points. "70 races. Yeah. A little bit too many if you ask me, but you can take the chance. Yeah, just say sorry, you'll be fine. You're right, you make a good... Yeah, but everyone else can report it because you just caused a safety car on purpose. Ethan is now in 3rd place, as there's some banter in the Discord call, but you can't hear that, can you, audience? Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. I hope Nish is watching the NPL race, because He said he would. I don't think he said he would. He just asked what it was. It is exciting. There's 3 battles on track. Battle for the lead, battle for 4th, battle for 6th. Very interesting. Fabian's surprisingly struggling to stay with E-Boy here actually, and I didn't expect that, but E-Boy has some great pace. And that does not surprise me. No, Dan, this is a race. Yeah, Dan, you fell off hard. No, it doesn't, you suck. It's a skill issue, Dan. Dan, I got to 120.8, what's your excuse? You're on a wheel. No, I don't. I'll still beat your ass at Watkins Glen. I'll bet money, I'll bet you 3 cents I'll beat you at Watkins Glen. That'll get you out of debt if you win, Dan. I'm gonna beat you so easily. I don't think it was. Oh, shut up. Any excuse, I'll still win by like 20 seconds, just to prove a point. Yeah, Ethan's gonna... Actually, Ethan could win the race, I just realised. Oh! Battle between Phylexis and Alomas in the middle sector. This is scary. In the first sector, sorry. Oh, contact! Oh, this is a very aggressive fight between Phylexis and Alomas. But I think that was fine, because it wasn't pushed off the track, just a little bit wide. If Alomas said sorry, that would be fine. And Cyril now rubbing his hands together, hopefully trying to run away from this fight. But no, Alomas has a good exit. Will he dive bomb at the happen? He did! Oh, he hit him! Oh, he's got damage! That was entirely Alomas' own doing there, I think. Because he did just try to dive bomb and there was no overtake on the... Oh, contacting... Oh, this is a messy fight here for 6th place. Damage on Alomas and he hits... Oh, just contact with the side flags. What is going on here in this fight for 6th place? 3 cars constantly making contact. Yeah, for real. Fuck. Anyway, Fabian continuing to fight for the lead. He goes really wide there. Fucking hell, man. He really wants that lead back. Ethan does too. Ethan could use battery because it's pretty easy to say battery at this race actually. Wink wink. And down the straight we could see 3 wide here. Ethan has a run. So too does Fabian. He goes to the outside as Ethan. And now we'll watch as they come through the corner around the outside. Can Ethan go? No, he can't. Good racing from the top 3, but Fabian retakes the lead from U-Boy on lap 8 of 29. Still a long way to go in the race. Meanwhile, Phylexis is battling with Cyril. Down the inside he goes. Contact again, it looks like. Just a little tap there between the 2 of them. On the outside goes Phylexis. Can he make the move on the inside now? Cyril goes wide. And now Alomas goes down the inside with the damage. And he gets past into 7th. Here comes Alomas once again now trying to get for the race lead. Well, not race lead, it's 6th place. What am I talking about? It's the same dynamic. 3 car fight for lead, 3 car fight for 6th. With similar teams. It's kind of messing with my brain. I could hear someone's fucking radio. Cyril, bro. I can hear your radio. That's funny. We know your strategy now, Cyril. We know your strategy is to put the milk in first, Cyril. That's true. Ethan battling Deep Boy and Fabian for the race lead. Can he go for a move here? Yes, he does. He goes down the inside. Can he go past both of them? Oh, he thought about it. He's on the inside. If he can get on the power fast enough, he can still get past. He's on the outside of Fabian. Can he get around the outside? Fabian dive bombs. They're still side by side. This is giving E-Boy a chance to run away. This is not what they need. And Ethan takes 2nd. Perfect. And now Ethan will chase after the race leader of E-Boy. He can get in this lead fight. Ethan needs to turn his battery onto 0 when he can, just to save battery. Because it will help him massively in the long term. He'll still be in the lead fight. But the slow driving here from E-Boy is giving a chance for Ethan and Fabian to stay with him. Because he did seem to struggle for... Oh, Lomas pits for hards! He's really struggling for grip. Ethan is sweating. He's doing his best to get in the fight for the lead here. And he's doing a good job of it. Because he's still in the fight. It's okay. That would suck, but I think you'll be able to overtake. Oh, you've already done it. You might have to. That's why it's good to hang in third place. I think that is a strategy that you could use there, because it is. You still could. Oh, let Fabian pass. As Ethan now still just staying in touching distance of the leader. I think it's possible to stay in this lead fight. It's a matter of using the battery and saving the battery at the right time. Dan is actually slowly closing back in on the leaders actually, I didn't notice that. And this is good to see for Dan, who has good pace, and Fabian now trying to get past Ethan and looking for anywhere he can to get past. It's in the traction zones where Ethan seems to struggle compared to his rivals, but he has a lot more battery to use than the cars around him, so he should make the most of that if he wants to get back in this lead fight. Because E-Boy is slowly pulling away. The boys deploying the battery as much as they can. And Fabian is now dropping back from this fight. The top three starting to string out a bit as the tie wear becomes an issue. This is what I'd expect. It's this period of the race where strategy becomes the biggest factor in the race. Undercut, overcut, it depends on what you want to do, but overcut is not the strongest way to go about this track. You'd be surprised. Yeah. It only works if you're very confident in your pace. Ethan got very close to a move there on E-Boy, but not quite close enough. But the top three have almost identical ERS, it's crazy, and Dan is actually the one who's chasing them down, but I think he could very well get in this lead fight here. If you can get the right inputs, he has good pace in that McLaren is that's 4th place, and the fight for the lead continues. Cyril and Philaxis is still battling meanwhile. It is. Yeah, both very good drivers. Oh. That is, a lot of people use assist in this league, to be fair. Yeah, but I always forget that does count as an assist. E-Boy slows down. Is he trying to save battery or what? Or, oh, Dan gets a penalty. You can't serve 3 seconds in the pit lane, Dan. Oh. And Ethan takes the lead of the race. Here comes Fabian now. Down inside he go. There they go. Couldn't handle spectating anymore. And Ethan now leads the Qatar Grand Prix. This race is really good. I don't know why people, why you wouldn't want to watch this. Nish, are you there? You better be there watching this race, because this race is fucking awesome. That's crazy. Still, a lap more tyre wear is crazy. The state of F124. That's weird. That's good though, because that means understeer. Ethan took the lead into turn 1 on lap 12. He got DRS on E-Boy and took the lead. Ethan looks really good in the lead of this race. He looks like he's got decent pace. And he's actually got the most ERS here of the top two. He's got more than Fabian. He needs to save ERS here in this lead fight. And oh, Fabian pits! Undercut attempt. He's going to speed the pit lane. Oh, just about. No, he doesn't. Thank God for that. He keeps doing that. I got scared he would again, but he didn't. And oh, E-Boy pitted too. Ethan stayed out, which means he will have better tyres at the end of the race, but he will be susceptible to the undercut. So he needs to use all of his battery, I think, or at least not all of it, a fair amount of it, I'd say. Not on the exits though, he's gonna wheel spin. And they weren't. And Ethan struggles for grub. Yeah, I hate when that happens. Stereo. And the battle for third. And a safety car now would actually give encouragement to Alexis and Cyril to get on the podium positions in the fight for the podium here. But it's Yeetboy and Fabian battling out the pit lane exit. Will they battle on their outlaps, or will they just work together to get ahead of Ethan here? This will be interesting to see how the dynamic of the race continues. A battle for them would be race ending. And we're watching the battle for third place on the track, which is the battle for sixth in the race between Alexis and Cyril. Cyril goes for a move on the inside. Oh, contact! Just tap Alexis off the track. That was a bad move from Cyril there to try and poke his nose through there. Cyril with some poor racing etiquette in this battle for sixth place or third place on the track. And Ethan pits. Doesn't speed in the pit lane, good to see. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck the line is though. Yeah, it's a downhill fucking braking zone, it's weird. Ethan pits, where will he come out in the complex of this race? Yeetboy has actually dropped out of DRS range of Fabian, who is pushing hard, trying to get ahead of Ethan now. Yeetboy needs to drive faster. Yeetboy just seems to be content with just not being in this fight for the lead sometimes, it's weird. Here comes Ethan though. Is he going to come out in front of Fabian? He's going to go on the inside. He's going to be side by side with Fabian on the pit exit. It is side by side for the race lead. Ethan can get a switchback if he can play his cards right. And he has one lap fresher tyres, which will pay dividends at the end of the race. And it will be crazy the difference that there is, especially with how much they are pushing on their outlap. But Ethan it is with the overcut working. He may have lost track position, but he will have gained a lot in the grand scheme of the race. But now the battles between Fabian and Ethan. Oh, contact. And Ethan has hit the back of Fabian, that might be damage. I saw the end plate go off there. I think Ethan has damage. Yeah, unfortunately. A little bit of contact there at the hairpin, and that has given damage to Ethan. But we saw Tice win the sprint race with damage, so it's not completely over for Ethan here today. Heading through the final sector, it's still very close. It's all a matter of just staying close to the car ahead. He has fresher tyres to use. Yeetboy will slowly catch up to the leaders. Still very content to just sit behind a few seconds back and just sort of wait the race out. Cyril now pits from the lead, giving the lead back to Fabian. And the actual race leaders have now taken their place. Where will Cyril come out in the context of the race? Will he come out ahead or behind for Lexus? DJ Lama is now in 5th place. How far back is he from Dan? 5.8 seconds. It's crazy how much time he's lost to Dan in this race, who has served his penalty, I believe. And that explains why he's 3 seconds behind the leaders. But it's not over yet for Dan. Is that our lone mouse? Oh shit, Yeetboy's damage. And that's what's been slowing him down. That's such a shame. Nah, you're not. Oh, that's such a shame. And Yeetboy crashing into the back of Fabian in the pit entry has cost him the chance to win. That means Ethan could win the race without any other competition. So, Ethan versus Fabian is now the battle for the race win. You don't see that. This is the first time we've seen a battle for the lead between Ethan and Fabian in NPL history, I think. So this is an interesting dynamic. Despite these two very experienced drivers in NPL, of course, Fabian's been around since Season 1, where he got his first career win at France in Season 1, Race 8. And Ethan has a joystick and a big heart, because he's trying to get this race win at Qatar. Massive cock and balls from Ethan, who doesn't go for the dive bomb and doesn't live up to his name. Ethan goes down the inside in spirit, but not in reality. Actually, I must remind the field that Dan has served his penalty, and this is a battle for third place. Oh, and Phylexis and Cyril continue their fight for 6th place. Off the corner he comes. Cyril now has a run on Phylexis. Can he go past? On the outside he is now. Oh, almost contact again. This is a very aggressive fight between these two. They've almost crashed out several times in the battle for 6th. Oh, and he goes so close to contact there with Phylexis. Doesn't quite make it. And here comes Dan now, battling with Yeet Boy for 3rd place. It looks like it's almost inevitable that Dan will get past Yeet Boy here with the damage he has. With that 5... It would be, no. Who? Oh, yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while. Here comes Ethan. Looks like Fabian's weaving down the straight, trying to break the toe. Here comes Ethan on the outside. He goes for it. Doesn't have the grip. Doesn't have the downforce with the damage on the front wing to try and make a move on the outside. It's all about placement. It's not over yet though for Ethan. There's still a chance of him winning the race. Oh, and Cyril battling once again there with Phylexis down inside. Goes Phylexis to the corner. Contact. Cyril goes wide. And Yeet Boy's falling away from Dan, who has the purple first sector. Imagine if Dan gets in the lead fight. It's not over because the top two aren't going particularly fast compared to him. Could we see a Lando Norris Imola type comeback from Dan Maurice in the McLaren? It would take a miracle, but any contact with the top two, which is plausible with the damage Ethan has, could lead to Dan getting in the lead fight and getting his first career victory since Monaco season 8. Also no, since Abu Dhabi season 9. That was another win that I think was a bit controversial, just because I died on the final corner of the final lap. It was my fault. I didn't say it wasn't. Ethan down the straight, trying his best to get past Fabian. Down the side he goes. This is his chance. Dan gets the fastest lap as Ethan takes the lead of this Qatar Grand Prix. And now it's Fabian versus Ethan. Fabian has full battery. But that's not to... And Ethan will defend for his life. Can Ethan defend from Fabian enough? Ethan could do it going on to 0 battery usage in the middle sector here while he's leading. To be fair, he seems to be saving ERS pretty well here as Ethan. Despite everything. ERS has been fine. Dan is actually gaining heaps of time on the leaders here. He's about 8/10 a lap faster than the top two, which is exactly what this race needs to spice it up, because Dan, yeah, 8/10 a lap faster. Yeah, but just being in the top 3, being in the contention to win by being up there is all you need. The amount of times I've won a race just by being 3rd on the final lap is crazy. Like Bahrain season 8, also season 7, and also at yeah, you're right. There comes Fabian now down the main straight, goes past Ethan once again. With 11 laps to go in the race. Still far from over this race. And DJ Lama now overtake... Oh, Yeet Boy is pitted, which gives DJ Lama 4th place. And this could give Cyril 5th. And it does, and it gives Phylexis 6th place, and 7th to a low mouse. And a low mouse once again is going to be ahead of his teammate, but with the medium tyre, Yeet Boy has a big chance to come back through the field and make his race interesting. Meanwhile, an unfortunate race here for Graham Crackers. As he is driven by himself. Oh, he's going to pit himself. Why does I say that? Yeah, McLaren stopped. It wasn't a crash, it was just a stoppage. And Ethan now. It's okay, you can make it to the end. Yeah, you don't say don't. No, he is on softs. It was an accident, I think. But it's okay, you can get to the end on softs, it'll just be difficult. You can get the fastest lap actually, that's a plus. Alexis versus Serial. Damn. Oh! Wait! Ye boy! Did he crash on purpose? I saw that on the map. What the fuck happened? Who saw that? Who was the Red Bull next to? Was that for Alexis? What was that? What happened to Ye boy? Oh, Tice AI took him out. Tice AI took him out. And that means Ye boy's out and the red flag is out for the 3rd race in a row. How have we had 3 red flags in a row having not had any in the first 8 races? That's crazy. Free tyre choice, which means mediums or softs, take your pick because it's going to be very similar between the 2 tyres at the end of this race. Softs actually could be quicker because they are quicker in 1 lap. You could genuinely be... It's okay. You could still win, Ethan. The softs could make it to the end. Here we go, though. Lights out, away we go once again. And Ethan goes a terrible start. And that can give him encouragement to DJ Llama once again. It is 4 wide. On the inside is DJ Llama. On the outside is Cyril. And Ethan's in that fight too. It's 4 wide still. Contact. No, they kept it clean. What a great start from them all. Ethan's still in 2nd place. Dan is in 3rd with Cyril on the inside in 4th. Full course the other one. Le Mans, by the way. I don't know, the McLaren just stopped in 1 place and that's a full course yellow apparently. Anyway, DJ Llama down the inside of Alexis. Good move there. And side by side between Cyril and Dan for 3rd place. Here comes Ethan now. He's on the soft tyres and this will be good. If he can get to the lead, he has a chance to win the race. Alomas has a penalty. And around he goes. Around the outside goes DJ Llama now. Complete chaos in the midfield. But this is giving Graham Crackers a chance to get back in this race. And Alomas is now last. How the turntables. It's such a shame for him there. And Cyril's now in the fight. I'm not sure if Cyril's penalty actually counts or not. I don't know. This game's weird. It was a big crash, to be fair. It looked like I saw it on the mini-map. He went really far off the track. Yeah, of course not, but it was. Yeah, of course, but it's a game. I don't know. It's really weird. Yeah. Here comes Ethan. Does he have a run on the main straight? Fabian defending. He's choosing to preserve battery here. He wants to... If he could just gauge the pace of the car in front and pace himself without burning up too much of his tyres, I think there's a good chance Ethan could still win the race. He's holding up everyone actually. There's a bottleneck between him, Dan and DJ Laurel behind. In the battle for second. This is the game plan that Sabo were looking for. Defending it. And down the inside goes Dan on Cyril. Good defense from Cyril though. Hangs around the outside, keeps the place. Dan using overtake, trying to get back past. Not an overtake opportunity. Ethan has a chance to win. Well, here comes Ethan side by side with Fabian in the middle sector. Can he go around the outside? He's going to try it. What a move. He does do it. He's still side by side. There's contact and down around the outside goes Ethan. But that was not the best move because now he's not going to have DRS. And now this fight is crazy. And look, Felix is under pressure from Graham Crackers now. 3-car fight for 3rd place here now. Between Cyril, Dan and DJ Llama. Of course, Dan's penalty does not count. Fastest lap for Ethan. Down the inside, here comes DJ Llama, using all the battery down the main straight. And this race has come alive here in the end of the race with 5 laps to go. Sorry, 6 laps to go. Down the inside goes DJ Llama and Dan. Is there going to be contact? No, they keep it clean in turn 1. Dan wraps around the outside and keeps 3rd place. DJ Llama in 3rd place. There was contact, but I think they kept it clean just about. There's no damage visibly on DJ Llama's Williams there. Cyril, though, is in this fight still and is now let Dan loose. He has to push really hard. It's not over. He could still get in the fight for the win here. Purple first sector for Dan by half a second, or half a second faster than his previous best first sector. Dan needs to push on hard if he wants to be in this lead fight. And Ethan continues his great drive here in the Sauber. He needs to be careful not to scrub the tyres too much on the exit of these corners. He's better off being patient. If he can just stay on the very edge of DRS range and preserve his tyres, he can come back at the very end of the race and absolutely have a chance to win despite his front wing damages. I don't know if he still has, actually. I don't think he does. He's repaired the damage now thanks to the red flag. So this actually means Ethan is fully with a chance to win with the better tyres at the end of this race. If he can keep those tyres alive to the end, which I think is possible, he could actually win the race. And Dan is now coming up on this lead fight. And DJ Lama struggling to stay in the DRS range of Dan. This is what Dan needs. Does he risk using overtake? Fastest lap for Dan. Here comes Ethan into turn 1. He's going to go for it. Oh, what am I doing? Ethan goes for it down the inside. He pushes him wide. And Fabian stays there. And it's side by side for the lead once again. It was not anything illegal. And Ethan once again now as he comes off the corner. Dan gets a great view of this lead fight. And it's now the battle between Fabian and Ethan for the race win. But Dan is closing in, and so is DJ Lama. We could see a 4-car lead fight, maybe even 5 as Cyril gets in this. And just behind that, Alexis and Graham Crackers are within a second of each other. What a race here at Qatar. Several races in a row we've seen a multi-car lead fight, and that's exactly what NPL is needed. And now it's Ethan challenging this race, but Dan could actually win this race. He's got the pace. He's closing in rapidly like he did earlier in the race, but now he's close enough to do so. And Dan, out of nowhere, is going to be in contention to win the Qatar Grand Prix with DJ Lama in 4th place. It's a 4-car lead fight, I think. Cyril is looking pretty close to himself. I'm not sure if that penalty still counts, though. We'll see after the race if that gets appealed. But Ethan it is. Right behind Fabian in this battle for the race win. He's got plenty of battery. Actually, Ethan's going to run out of fuel if he's not careful. Ethan's low on fuel. It says on your MFD. Ethan could be in big trouble here with his fuel being an issue. Here he comes down the main straight into turn 1. Can he make a clean move down the inside of Fabian? Yes, he can. He makes it. Nice move there from Ethan as he takes the lead of the race away from Fabian. And Dan now right behind these two, looking to get in the fight. He's got the pace. He's got DJ Lama just behind. It's Sauber, Williams, McLaren, Williams in the top 4. With another Sauber in 5th place, battling with Alexis. Very close stuff. Alexis just inside DRS range of Cyril here for 5th place. But it's the lead fight that's the closest right now, and that's what we love to see. And Dan now off the corner, with Fabian just behind. Ethan is leading. This could be Ethan's first win since Season 8, Qatar. And Dan's first win since Season 9, Abu Dhabi, the first race of the season. Fabian looking for his first win since Hungary earlier this season when he inherited the win off of Isaac, who got a penalty for taking Tice out into turn 1. And DJ Lama also looking for his first ever career win if he can stay in this lead fight. With top 3 cars so close together, anything could happen. We could see an incident here. Dan saving ERS, playing it smart. And the top 3 all have decent ERS figures in this fight for the lead. I think of the top 3 actually, it looks like Ethan is the biggest disadvantage, but he does have a tyre advantage for now. Ethan almost spun out. That was incredibly close. And that gives Ethan DRS, I think. It might do, we'll see. No, Fabian got it, that's crucial. Here comes Dan, this is for his race lead. Ethan almost took out Dan. I don't think he knew he was there. And now Dan will try to get the race lead off of Fabian. This is crazy racing. Dan needs to not get too excited. He has the pace, he just needs to stay with him, and that's very plausible. He goes wide, does Fabian. Here's the chance for Dan. And here comes DJ Lama now in the fight. It's the top 4 separated by just a second. Crazy race here at Qatar. Dan tried to move on the inside. He couldn't make it. And the top 4 are inseparable here at Qatar now. As Dan, will he make a move at the hairpin? He could. Oh, he thought about it, but no, he doesn't. And Ethan goes in deep. Struggling for traction here in the soft tyres. But there's 3 laps to go and there's still a good chance to win. If the top 2 cars battle enough, Ethan could still be in contention despite his 1 tyres. The complexion of this race constantly changing is incredibly interesting to watch. Oh, and DJ Lama gets a penalty. And that was a genuine penalty, so now his chances of winning have faded away. Such a shame. And Dan goes down the inside in the flat out section. That was very aggressive from Dan. And with 3 laps to go, where do you sit in this position? The top 2 have... Dan has the most ERS of the top 3. This is perfect. Dan has the best chance of winning. He's been so close at Qatar so many times, but he's never managed to get the victory. Will today finally be the one? He was close in Season 8, close in Season 7. Close to season 9 even. Here he goes, down the main straight. Will he go? Which side will he go? To the outside of the track, getting as much slipstream as he can. Ethan's still in this fight, just losing a little bit of touch with the leaders, and Dan takes the lead of the Qatar Grand Prix. What a race. Another race leader here today. So many lead changes, so much battling going on between the top cars. And Fabian now with 2 laps remaining has a chance to battle with Dan for the race win. Ethan is in 3rd, still in touching distance, and it's still anyone's race. Ethan actually looks pretty quick. Still, despite the soft tyres, he has a chance to win this race. He needs to stay in that DRS and use the battery where he can. I think the final lap, final straight is the best place to use all the battery. But with Dan having so much battery, it looks like it's possible he could just defend on the main straight. I think this could be Dan's race to lose as he comes through these corners now. Will Fabian snatch a win off of Dan like he did in Season 5 at Australia, or will it be Dan getting his revenge? Wait, what do you mean? For real? Can Dan overcome his traumas from Season 5 and win here at Qatar? Fabian is so committed, but Dan actually has good pace. Fabian's struggling to keep in touching distance of Dan. Heading down to the final straight for the final time. This is the chance for Dan to use his ERS. Here comes Fabian. What a corner he had there. Great exit. Here he comes. He hasn't got much battery to use. Dan has a lot of battery to use. He should be using more battery. I don't know if he has enough. I think he does. Dan should go defensive into turn 1. It's not close enough, I don't think. And he does. He defends it. Oh, he hits the back of him. Fabian just touched the back of Dan's car there. But he has so much less battery to use. Dan is in the perfect position to win this race. There isn't enough time left, I don't think, for Fabian to make a move on Dan. I think I should expect Fabian to exceed the fuck out of track limits in this section so he can catch up to Dan. I wouldn't be surprised, but we'll see. I was right, I fucking called it. He's so close. He's trying what he can. He's pushing him through the corners. And Ethan's slowly losing touching distance to the leaders. Cyril gets another penalty. He's battling with Phalaxis, who goes past into 5th place. Oh, and Dan hits him, and it's damage. Damage for Fabian. Oh, and that could be a penalty. That's gonna be a penalty for Fabian, and Dan's out of the equation, which means this is the fight for the win between DJ Lama and Ethan. But DJ Lama has a penalty, so Ethan's gonna win the race. And Ethan's gonna win. And goes DJ Lama down the inside. Ethan gets a penalty. Yeah, that's not a penalty for Ethan. He got pushed off the track. Here comes Dan down the inside. This is for the position. That's for the race win between Ethan and Dan. Off the corner he comes. Here comes Dan down the main straight. Contacted. Dan takes the lead. He wins. Dan's gonna win. Wait, what? But did you have a penalty, Dan? No, you served your penalty though, didn't you, Dan? And a great performance from Phalaxis. So after all the penalties were applied, Fabian gets 5 seconds. Dan gets... Well, he served his penalty, so he gets nothing. DJ Lama has a 3-second penalty for track limits. Ethan's penalty was not fair, so he gets 2nd, which means... Wait, hold on a minute. Oh wait, that's after the penalty got served. So, Fabian would finish... Well, we have the footage. We can review it. As far as Lomas is about to come around the final corner to finish 8th place. What a race. I think that would be Dan's race to win then. I think Dan won after the penalties were applied. What a race. And DJ Lama gets the driver of the day. I can't believe the race we just watched there today. I think Fabian won the race. No, he only was 5 seconds ahead because DJ Lama had a penalty, so he wasn't. Yeah, so was DJ Lama. It wasn't a penalty. Yeah, it doesn't. So it's Dan that won. Dan won. Ethan 2nd. 3rd place DJ Lama. 4th place Fabian. So in my opinion, I think the finishing result should be Dan winning, Ethan 2nd, DJ Lama 3rd, and Fabian 4th. That's what I think is provisional results, given the penalties that would be applied and taken away. Dan served his penalty in the pit lane. Ethan, his penalty was not fair as DJ Lama pushed him off the track. DJ Lama's penalty was fair because he got track limits multiple times. and Fabian's penalty could be given to him for pushing Dan off the track and spinning him around. But this is under investigation, so once again the race is down to the stewards, as has been the case many times this season. No matter what happens though, no matter which way the penalty swings to, we have a new race winner, unless Fabian got a penalty that's small enough to give him the chance to win. On my screen, Fabian did not hit Dan. On my screen, Fabian did not hit Dan, and therefore didn't deserve a penalty. If that is the case, it could have been lag, which would be unfair, but in the past there's been lag that has caused incidents that led to the race being decided in the favour of someone who caused an incident. Such as me in Season 8 at Singapore, where lag created an incident with me in tyres that gave me the win, and it was still given to me despite the fact that I lagged into tyres to cost him the win, when he would have won the race. Yeah, I think it was just lag, but we'll see. Yeah, I think Fabian deserves a penalty for that. But we'll see. Clip what you saw, and I'll get my clip, and Fabian will get his. Anyway, thanks for tuning into the stream. That was NPL Season 10 R11 Qatar. This race is not over. I think Dan won the race, but Fabian might over. We'll see what the stewards say. We'll see you tomorrow for a race at... What track is it tomorrow, Jeddah? Bahrain. See you tomorrow. Oh. Welcome. Oh, see you tomorrow for Abu Dhabi. That's what I meant to say.